Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Star Creator Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, today we're gonna talk a power ranking a tier 3 blast characters. So pretty much we're gonna rank the blast characters from the best one to the worst one and explaining their strength and weakness along the way too, so you guys can actually make a choice, because it doesn't mean that because the characters at tier 3 is actually the best tier 3 for that class that actually suit what you're trying to do in the game. So always have to pay attention to what are your needs and what will fit your needs the best. But before we get into that, guys, let's take a look at the sponsor of this video.
Check the link in the description and find your favorite hoodies and tees now.
Okay guys, so the best tier 3 blast characters without a single doubt is Jean Grey. Jean Grey, I know she's also universal, but today we're talking about blast characters, so we're talking about her blast version. So definitely she is the best blast character. PvP wise, she is the #1 PvP character in the game. Wall Boss Ultimate, she can go up stage 80 plus in a few Wall Boss Ultimates without too much problem. She is a monster in Giant Boss Raid. She can score very high in no restriction day and Lance Battle Extreme. She can do it all pretty much. Timeline, Land Conquest Island Tournament, Wall Boss Ultimate, Giant Boss Raid. You also have Squad Battle. She can literally do it all. The only issue she has is that she is the most expensive blast tier 3 to have, and her best uniform is actually universal uniform, so that kind of take away a little bit from her. But she is without a single doubt the best tier 3 blast character in the game. If we go in the second position here, that was Jean Grey, by the way, guys. I forgot to press the button here. If we go in the second position, without a single doubt, we're gonna go with Sharon Roger. Sharon Roger is one of the first character. Well, it is the first characters anybody's gonna get to tier 2, and her power level, PvE wise, just make her so important. She is so strong. That tier 3 is the tier 3 that does the most damage in the game, so definitely the strongest tier 3 ability in the game, and she's a killer PvE wise. She can cap Lance Battle Extreme, no restriction. She if you put her in the Trinity team, she can clear many stages in 99 in the Wall Boss Ultimate. A Giant Boss Raid, she is the fastest clearer for Giant Boss Raid, and she is one of the best character, if not the best character, for squad battles. So definitely she deserves to be in the second position here without a single doubt. Now we talk about the two powerhouse. After that, it get a little bit more complicated, because you got some characters that could all be ranked together, but I will have to pick one. So in third position, I'll have to put Professor X. Professor X, for one reason: his silence is not bug. If Star-Lord's silence was not bug, it will actually take the third position here, because he will be able to score to get that 7 million Lance Battle Extreme Blast Mail easier than Professor X. So it will definitely take the place there. But since he cannot do that, top one priority here is to be able to complete as many game mode as powerful as possible. Wall Boss Ultimate, they are about the same. Giant Boss Raid, they are about the same. So it's really depend on who performed the best in Lance Battle Extreme at this point. And sadly, because the Star-Lord silence is currently bugged, which means it does not actually work on anything, that means that Professor X has to come in third position. If we go to the fourth position, we're gonna have to go with Star-Lord. Obviously, Star-Lord is fourth position without a single doubt. He is a Wall Boss Ultimate Giant Boss Raid monster, and if they fix his silence, he's gonna be the best blast mail for Lance Battle Extreme. So definitely this guy deserves to be at the top. And not only that, guys, he is also the cheapest tier 3 to actually get in the game. You need 80% the math, 640 CCF, 800 Essence of Dimension, 300 the T10 Component Pack. I was looking for the word. 8 books. That is all you need for this character. So definitely the most valuable tier 3 blast character in the game, definitely, because he is the cheapest one. If you're new to the game and you can actually advance to that to that epic quest for beta rebuild, it's definitely the most important one to get, because he cover all the PvE of the other characters cover in PvE, and he can actually do a very solid job. And position number 5, guys, we have Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is still up to date, a total monster, and Doctor Strange can also be built for PvP, which give him a huge advantage. So he can be built for PvP. He is awesome in the World Boss Ultimate. Sadly, does not have silence, so it's totally useless in Lance Battle Extreme nowadays. Well, you can still use him if you don't care about, being competitive. He's still gonna give you a solid 2 to 3, between 2 and 4 million in Lance Battle Extreme. So definitely can still get the job done with a CTPF Rage. Obviously, he is very solid in Giant Boss Raid, but he's lacking in Squad Battle. And Giant Boss Raid, he could actually be better too. So he's really a World Boss Ultimate focus characters with potential for PvP, which include Alliance, Conquest, and Timeline Battle. So definitely this guy come in whatever position I just said. Position number 5, if I am not mistaken. Position number 6, guys, we're gonna have to go with Magneto. Magneto is a monster with that new uniform, that House of X uniform. Magneto is literally a monster. Meta violence battle extreme, very strong. Meta actually in some squad battle. He is amazing in a giant boss raid, as fast as Professor X. He is the second strongest character in Shadowland. PvE wise, this guy is a total monster and definitely deserves to be on the list. I wish I could actually put him higher because he is so amazing, but sadly I cannot put him higher because all the other one I named before him are just stronger than him overall. If we go with the next one will have to be Scarlet Witch. Although Scarlet Witch is, my bad for you guys, Jean Grey is not the only 1600. Scarlet Witch is 1600 CCF2. She is very expensive for what she's going to bring to your roster. Basically, Professor X for Aftermath will give you better result than her, but she is still a very strong tier 3. She is still a lot of fun to play, and you can still get the stuff done really easy with her in both Wall Boss Ultimate and Giant Boss Raid. And also she can cover PvP too in All Conquest and sometime in Timeline Battle. So she is definitely a very strong tier 3, but she cannot compare to the other characters we named before her, sadly. If we move to the next one we have Captain Hydra. Captain Hydra is the blast uniform for Captain America, and yes, he has a blast uniform, so we're covering him in the blast section, guys. This guy is the second best characters for Lance Battle Extreme Blast villain. So if you do not have Magneto because you never bought the deluxe packs, this guy is your number one guy for that. He is very awesome for that. He is very strong for World Boss Ultimate. The only characters that can actually perform against Proxima in the blast list of the tier 3, so definitely can get a solid job done, very solid in GBR, both Galactus and the other one Master Mode. Squad Battle not very useful with the blast uniform. With this combat uniform, gain uniform a lot more usable, and very strong in Shadowland too. So he is definitely not as strong as the rest that we named so far, but definitely can be a very solid tier 3 in the game because it covers both sides, combat, hero, and blast villain. So versatility, this guy has also definitely a very strong tier 3 character to have. If we move next, guys, next we're gonna have to go with Cyclops. Cyclops is an amazing tier 3. Let's not, because he's number 9 on that list, let's not say he's not good. He is an amazing tier 3. He's only viable with the CTP of Rage though. That is a big thing. Is going to be very solid in squad battle. Giant boss raid can do a very decent job Shadowland, he is awesome. Wall Boss Ultimate, he might be lacking a little bit. You're going to be heading towards a stage 70, between 60 and 70 with him. So he's definitely lacking a little bit, but still very, very solid. Provide a very strong leadership and tier 2 passive. So he helps with bringing that to the party, so which is very, very, very useful. But he is definitely he has a lackluster compared to the other tier 3 we named so far. Captain Hydra and all those above him definitely have a much better power than in my opinion. And last, guys, we have Iron Man, and that does not mean that Iron Man is not good. Obviously, it's not good with that uniform. I'm just leveling that uniform. But Iron Man is still a pretty solid tier 3, guys. He's just the weakest of all of them, sadly, because he only covers a few Wall Boss Ultimate and Giant Boss Raid, and that is pretty much it. He's not gonna be covering a Lance Battle Extreme. He's not gonna be covering squad battle. It's not going to be covering PvP, so that kind of leave him behind a little bit. Does that mean he's a bad tier 3? No, he is no way as bad as Black Panther. Obviously, he is still a pretty decent tier 3, but since we have a lot of blasts in the tier 3 list, and all those blasts can actually do more content than him, that pretty much leave him in the last position. But definitely, he is not a piece of crap, guys. He's still a very decent character to be played at tier 3. And that is my ranking for my tier 3, guys. If you have a different ranking, please let me know in the comment section with your actual ranking for those tier 3 characters in the blast section, guys. Don't forget, we stream Monday through Saturday, 7 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv. Link in the description down below. If you have any question, maybe you don't know which blast tier 3 you should tier 3 next, you can always ask that in the comment section as always, guys. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and I will see you next time.